Welcome to my top 10 tips for clearing. I'm Ben Garrod. I studied at Anglia Ruskin University and now my career is really going places, quite literally. I've worked in Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, Central America, the Arctic and all through Europe. I've worked with amazing people in amazing places with amazing animals. So back to my top 10 tips for clearing. If you don't get your first choice of university or degree course, then clearing is the way to go. My first point is stay calm. Now, I've worked with chimps that are charging me and tiger sharks that are looking quite aggressive. And the important thing to remember is don't panic. Tip number 2, do your research. Find out what's available. Now, UCAS is a great resource and you should definitely have a look because it has up-to-the-minute information. Also, use the Telegraph. It has lots of info both in the paper and online. Now, Anglia Ruskin University also has a specific website aimed at clearing, so have a look. There's lots of information on there. And also, speak to other students who've been through clearing themselves, see what they've done and use their experiences. My top tip number 3 is to look at your options. Now, Anglia Ruskin has a huge range of courses available. Everything from the course I did, Animal Behaviour, right through to law and business, paramedic science, psychology, sports science, social work and zoology. There's something for everyone there. Moving on to number 4, you're going to need some specific pieces of information. The first of which is your login details for track. You'll also need your UCAS personal identification number. Make sure you don't forget your UCAS personal statement that you did with your application. If you've spoken to anyone at the university already, make sure you include their name and what you've spoken about. Have any notes ready about the course or university that you've already made, and finally, write down some questions that you might want to ask. Once you've got all this information to hand, move on to number 5. Don't delay and pick up the phone. Now, make sure you're somewhere quiet and peaceful. It'll be much easier for you. And it might sound silly, but don't forget your pen and paper. Number 6, accommodation. What sort of accommodation choices are there? At Anglia Ruskin, there are lots of options, and they range from on-site halls, private halls, and a whole range of private accommodation. Top tip number 7, make sure you take notes. In these sort of situations, there's lots of information coming in at once and you forget some things, so make sure you write everything down and you can go back to that later. The university will send you an email for confirmation of your place. Tip number 8, once you've been offered a place, you'll need to confirm it. Now, you can't do this until after 5 p.m. on results day. Anglia Ruskin University will then give you 24 hours with which to confirm your offer. Top tip number 9. If you haven't already done so, you may want to visit the university itself. Come along, have a look around, meet current students, meet the lecturers and the accommodation team. During clearing, there are extended opening times. Finally, the best bit, number 10, start to get excited. You're coming to university. If you've chosen Anglia Ruskin University, then you're going places.